countries. Have you been in trouble to communicate with the people?
When I went to Japan for travel, I had some problems about communication. I can't speak Japanese well, so I used English. I asked one student, how can I get to Harajuku? And she said Harajuku is from here. The pronunciation F was very difficult to understand.
Misunderstanding, yes. A person I was talking to, and it was like Korean people, any person? Okay, yes, I was talking to a person. And she said she needed to go get her bija. And I'm like, American bija. I'm like, oh, American pizza, yes. It's, American pizza, good stuff. It's the same as Korean, except less corn. And she said, oh, no, bija. Visa. So,
I see.
she was from Busan. She popped her B's like Busan, and bija, no Z, S to Z-san, bija. So she felt embarrassed. So that was a misunderstanding.
Which one is?
As you know, we Japanese pronunciation is very different from English pronunciation, and grammar is very different from English one. So, and as you know, we never use alphabet. We use Japanese unique words, figures, Japanese Japanese characters. So we have a lot of difficulties. How about speak in English? It's very difficult because our pronunciation is very different from native speakers. So yes, sometimes we can't make native speaker understand because our pronunciation is very bad.
I went to New Zealand and I can't speak English so well, so native speaker was not interested in me because I can't speak English. So it's hard time for me.
Of that. Well, part of it is in America, people have come from all different countries, and so sometimes maybe their native tongue influenced the way that they spoke English. I don't know why.
How about social class and education condition?
That can make a difference. So in Pittsburgh, we say, oh, they speak Pittsburghese. And sometimes it's based on education, but sometimes it's based on pride of where you're from. And so that can be an influence, but not always.
There's a lot from the fact that English is spoken in so many different countries. Each country that it's spoken in, it's influenced by not only the original language in that country, but by the other countries surrounding it. Where you'll have English is very influenced by a lot of the rest of Europe and a lot of the Druids and the culture that was there before all of Ireland and Scotland was settled. And in America, you have a lot more of the mixing, right? So it's gotten a little bit easier in America, right? A little bit lazier with the pronunciation, where there's a lot more blending of words and dropping of endings. And it also, because English was just taken, we just take things from every other language, right? We have words in English that are from French and from German and all these other languages. So even though spellings are same as some different words, they're pronounced differently, and it's just a great big mix-up, right?
I'm not sure. Like I think that's more the case, right? That people of the upper class have a really distinct accent, whereas in North America, I think we have a little bit less of a class-based society. I think there's a bigger difference geographically than a class difference, right? Like where you're from in the country and also where you're from in your city, right, has more of an effect on your accent than does your social class or your income. I think. Although education certainly plays a role. Maybe.
Yeah, because if you're taught standard English versus some schools, maybe they don't really care and they don't focus on standard English. Yeah,
especially where we come from.
Schools, in some public schools, they probably wouldn't focus on, proper standard English pronunciation. So,
They do speak pretty messed up sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but I would guess that no matter where you went to university in the United States, people that have completed university have a lot more similarities in the way that they speak than the general population.
Probably.
Why do you think that there are various intonations?
Because there are various cultures in the world, and I think language is one of them. Even though English is an international language, it can be changed the culture perfectly. Therefore, there are various English in the world, and I think it doesn't matter to communicate with each other.
Mr. Wong that the business plan was to go forward. I don't have to keep running